Hi, today's date is August 11th, 2021. For today's video source inspection, we have a fully refurbished 870S model spin rinser dryer, or SRD for short, with Slick Device S1 controllers. Due to confidentiality reasons, I will not share our customer's name, but I will share their PO number so they can identify this tool. PO number is AZ21-5653. Customer is located in Southern California. So what we're going to do today is we're going to film a recipe to show the functionality of this tool, and that is ready for plug and play installation into our customer's fab. The recipe we'll be running is a 60-second rinse at 500 RPMs, followed by a 10-second purge at 1800 RPMs, going into our dry 1 for 90 seconds maintaining 1800 RPMs, before we slow it down for 300 seconds at 500 RPMs for dry 2. Before we get started, we want to make sure we have N2 purging into the bowl. We're running 6-inch, about 20 wafers in the top head, and a full boat of 25 wafers in the bottom head. I am going to describe our refurbishment process, our spare parts and service support for SRDs, as well as name off some equipment we provide at Sitek as we go through the recipe. So I'll do my best to start these off at the same time. Pretty good. Every SRD that comes to Sitek for refurbishment goes through the same extensive refurbishment process. First, we take the SRD and break it down to the component level. From there, we chemically clean and electropolish all metal parts, as well as individually inspect all parts for function. Now, browsing at our YouTube channel, you'll see we have double stacks, single head assemblies, all types of configurations. We also do a thorough cleaning process of the poly, since they shipped in this tool with poly. 20 seconds left. When we go to our purge, the water will stop waterfalling and start moving in a swirling motion as we ramp up in speed. By the end of the recipe, there will be nearly 0 drops of water on the windows. Once all parts are prepped, that's when we begin building SRD head assemblies from the ground floor up. So we're in the purge, and now we're going in a circle. And we're now in our dries. If you zoom in on the controllers, you can see that our heaters are now on. The first step after building up a complete SRD head assembly is our dry test. This is the first QC checkpoint we have. This is where we do a full inspection and make any adjustments necessary without installing facilities to the SRD. After we pass dry test, we move to wet test. This is where we test the SRD for full function with facilities installed. So the tool's running nice and smooth. We have just under a minute left of our dry 1. The heaters are working properly, as you can see them lit up on our Slick Device controller. Once the tool passes our wet test, we move to our final configuration, final test, which you see before you today. In wet test, it's just the bare head assemblies, no poly. This is final test. This is how the SRD will be installed in our customer's fab. Our customer has our upgraded Slick Device controller with the light indicators. This indicates we're spinning. There's also lights that indicate if maintenance is needed or if a process is complete. For a full instructional video on the training of our Slick Device controller, our company president, Jim Mullaney, has a very great training video. It's on our YouTube channel. He goes through the maintenance mode, how you can individually actuate valves without running a recipe. He goes through the anti-static and heater monitoring page with graphs. They use a pulsing mechanism so you can tell if your elements need to be replaced before they fail. This controller is a maintenance technician's dream, and it's also a dream for any fab trying to keep costs down. We have an N2 saver mode that provides savings on a monthly basis for our customers. So we can send you a calculation for how much N2 you could save by using our slick device controllers with purge saver valves. For more information, call us at 916-797-9000, where we'll connect you with a proper sales rep. If you have any interest in our spare parts and equipment listings, visit our website, www.sitekprocess.com. You can place a formal RFQ there or email us directly at sales@sitekprocess.com. So in final test, in addition to filming video source inspection, we do over 50 various process recipes with different speeds and times. We like to call this burn-in and testing. This ensures the tool is ready for plug-and-play installation. Let's move on to spare parts and service. We are the worldwide leader in semi-tool spare parts and service, but we're also the OEM for Vertec SRDs. We purchased that product line from Martech a few years back, so we are the owner of Vertec SRDs. Let's keep it with semi-tool though. We provide 100% of the spare parts and repair services necessary to upkeep your semi-tool SRD. The larger components we repair are rotor rebalances. We repair motors, whether it's brush type, a third or half horsepower, or the brushless motors. We repair the servo amps, the LC4s and the LC5s. We also repair controllers, including 228s, 328s, PSC 101s, and PSC 102s. Our slick device controllers are a direct replacement for PSC 101s and 102s. This is an S model, but they're also available on F model SRDs. We call it the slick device F1. So we are nice and smooth. Everything is working great. We have about 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the recipe. All the parts I just mentioned that we repair, we can provide in new or refurbished condition. Give us a call and we'll let you know what's available. Other parts we provide include start switches, stop switches, door switches, pressure switches, door seals, windows, solenoid valves, ACR valves, tach sensors, rotor stop positioners, or RSP for short. That's a pneumatic piston in the back of the tool that fires the rotor into the upright position at the end of a recipe. Remember that for the end of our video. We provide N2 heater cartridges, blanket heaters, anti-static modules, N2 filters. Any part you need to upkeep your SRD, we got it. 100% spare parts and service is exactly what it sounds like. So we have just under 2 minutes left. We've discussed our refurbishment process. We've discussed our spare parts and service support. Now let's talk about equipment that Sitek can provide. Obviously, we can provide semi-tool SRDs. We can provide Vertec SRDs, but there's equipment you may have not known that we can provide as well. This includes, but is not limited to, box washers such as the HTC 8010, 8020, and 8030, mask cleaners, including K&S and Ultra T models, metrology tools, including profilometers, ellipsometers, resistivity, and more. Sitek can provide barrel ashers and etchers, YES ovens, a variety of microscopes, as well as spray solvent tools. You can see our entire equipment catalog at sitekprocess.com. You can also see source inspections on some of this equipment at our YouTube channel. So we're running smooth. We have about 40 seconds left. At the end of the recipe, when the clock strikes 0, it's still not safe to open our door. We need the rotor to spin down in the RSP to upright it into the 12 o'clock position so the wafers are facing up. That occurs at 75 RPM when we ramp down. Now, we still need it to go to a complete stop in the door seals to release all air. If you open your doors too early, you can cause unwanted damage to your SRD. I don't see any droplets of water on the windows. This is going to be a successful recipe, but we're going to check everything out here now that it's coming down. Controller's telling you it's braking and waiting to open the door. So don't jump the gun. Okay, there are 2 ways to acknowledge that a recipe is complete. You can press OK, which I'll do for the top. We have warm N2 purging into the bowl. Residual droplets of water in the bowl. This is good. You don't want to dry your bowl until the point it's bone dry. Wafers and cassette are completely dry, and the cassette is warm to the touch. Now, the other way to acknowledge a recipe, you don't have to press OK. You can just open the door. And now it's cleared on the screen. Warm N2 purging into the bowl. Residual droplets of water in the bowl. Cassette is warm to the touch, and wafers are dry. So this was a successful run. Our customer is going to be ecstatic to get this tool and install it in their fab. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.